in a world that often rushes and overwhelms. Have you ever longed for a stillness within? Imagine Elara, caught in life's turbulent currents, feeling lost and adrift. But in her darkest hour, she encounters a sage, a beacon of ancient wisdom. Join us as we journey with Elara, discovering timeless lessons that teach us how to find strength, not in fighting the storm, but in finding peace within it. Let her story be a gentle guide for your own quest for inner calm and resilience. In the village nestled beside the whispering woods, lived Elara. She was known for her kind heart. But lately, a shadow had fallen over her spirit. Life had presented her with a challenge that felt insurmountable. A towering mountain of worry that blocked out the sun. Each day felt heavier than the last, and the joy that once danced in her eyes was dimmed by a cloud of uncertainty. Have you ever felt that weight, that sense of being overwhelmed by circumstances beyond your control? It's in these moments, when the path ahead seems shrouded in mist, that we often seek a guiding light. It's in these moments, when the path ahead seems shrouded in mist, that we often seek a guiding light. Elara, feeling lost and weary, stumbled upon a secluded grove. There, beneath the ancient canopy of wise old trees, she found him, the sage. His eyes, deep pools of serenity, held the stories of ages. And his voice resonated with a calming warmth. He emanated an aura of profound peace, the very stillness Elara desperately craved. Have you ever encountered someone who simply by their presence offered solace? The sage was such a being. He greeted Elara not with judgment, but with understanding, recognizing the silent storm raging within her. He began to share his wisdom, words that were like gentle rain to a parched soul, teachings that would become the cornerstone of Elara's transformation, and perhaps yours too. The sage spoke of stillness, not as the absence of motion, but as a strength found within it. Imagine a tree, he began, his voice a soft whisper in the fiercest storm. Its roots hold firm, deep and unwavering. The branches may sway, the leaves may flutter and fall, but the core remains unshakable. He explained that true strength isn't about resisting the storms of life, but about cultivating an inner stillness, a rootedness of spirit that weathers any adversity. Think for a moment about the times you felt most resilient. Was it when you fought against the current, or when you found a quiet center within yourself, allowing the turbulence to pass around you? The sage continued, life is like a river, constantly flowing, changing. We cannot stop the flow, nor should we try to resist it with all our might. Instead, he smiled gently, learn to be like the deep pool within the river. The surface may be rippled by winds, disturbed by passing boats, but deep down, there is a profound stillness, undisturbed, untouched. That stillness, Elara, is your inner strength, your wisdom, your peace. He taught her to breathe deeply, to find moments of quiet reflection amidst her day, to observe her thoughts and emotions without judgment. Like watching clouds drift across the sky, these weren't mere techniques, but pathways to reconnect with that unshakable core of stillness within. Elara took the sage's words to heart. Her challenge remained, a daunting presence in her life. But now, her perspective began to shift. Instead of battling against it with frantic energy, she started to practice stillness. Each morning, she would find a quiet spot, overlooking the valley, and simply breathe. She observed her worries, her fears, acknowledging them without letting them consume her. It was as if she was creating a space around them, a quiet container where they could exist without dictating her every move. Slowly, she began to see opportunities she had missed before. small openings in the clouds of her adversity. Have you ever noticed how clarity emerges not in the midst of frantic activity, but in moments of calm contemplation? Have you ever noticed how clarity emerges not in the midst of frantic activity, but in moments of calm contemplation? Elara discovered this firsthand. As she cultivated inner stillness, solutions began to surface. Ideas sparked, and a gentle courage replaced her fear. The mountain of worry didn't shrink overnight, but her ability to face it, to navigate its slopes, grew stronger. She realized the sage's wisdom wasn't about erasing life's challenges, but about equipping herself with the inner resources to meet them with grace and resilience. And in this newfound strength, she found not only a way forward, but a deeper understanding of herself and her own quiet power. And so, Elara's journey reminds us that within each of us lies a wellspring of inner stillness, a source of strength that remains untouched by the storms of life. Just like the deep pool in a flowing river, or the roots of a firmly planted tree. This inner stillness is our anchor, our refuge, our wisdom. When life feels overwhelming, when challenges loom large, remember the sage's teachings. Take a moment to breathe, to find a quiet space within yourself, to observe your thoughts like passing clouds. For it is in this stillness that we discover not only the strength to overcome adversity, but also the profound peace that resides at the very heart of our being. May you carry this wisdom with you, finding strength and serenity in the stillness within your own life's journey.